We all need to kick back, relax, and have some fun from time to time. Playing games can be a great way to spend an evening with family or friends, and with lots of fun new games being released in recent years aimed specifically at adults, you have a lot of choice when it comes to choosing the best adult card games. Guaranteed to keep you and your friends entertained for hours on end, these hilarious and highly enjoyable games are perfect for any occasion. The best adult card games are now available in the game aisle to enjoy with a glass or 3 of Pinot Grigio. After hours of research and after taking experts' advice, we have listed the 10 best card games for adults to help you choose the one that suits you perfectly. The links for the products mentioned in the video are in the description below. You can also find a more detailed analysis and a comparison tool on our website, pickadvisor.com. Let's get right into our top picks. Number 10. The Crew, Quest for Planet 9. Donahoe suggests games that are simple to learn with lots of competition or occasionally cooperative playing techniques for smaller, less complicated card games. A cooperative, trick-taking card game called The Crew, the Quest for Planet 9 guides players through missions as they journey through space. In order to progress in this game, you and your team must coordinate the completion of missions in order to achieve a set of goals. The Crew, the Quest for Planet 9 was also the Kennerspiel des Jahres Game of the Year winner for 2020, the highest honor a board game or card game can receive. According to Donahoe, this award is referred to as the Oscars of board card games. Number 9. Pokemon Go Radiant Eevee. The Pokemon Go Eevee comes with a good number of accessories, including an enamel Eevee pin and a rubber-backed playmat. This makes it stand out from other Pokemon Go packs, as we believe it's the only one in this expansion to feature a rubber playmat. This set has 8 booster packs in it, so it's a good option if you're looking to buy a few of them and split at least one of them down to its component parts. It's a good way to get a hold of a good number of booster packs. The enamel pin is super high quality and looks fantastic. Keep this one sealed, protected from dust and contaminants, and in a few years, you should at least triple your outlay, if not more. This collection is quite a unique one in comparison to some of the other sets. Number 8. Cockroach Poker. The vermin-themed bluffing card game Cockroach Poker is a lot of fun. Scouting Honor. Cockroach Poker is all about handing your opponent an animal and boldly declaring it to be something it isn't. As an example, you could say a cockroach is a rat. They can then either decide whether you're lying or pass the card to the next player. If they choose the latter, they examine the card and then pass it on, either agreeing with your claim or making a new one that, like yours, could be true or false. So you might ending up passing a card all the way down the line until the last player is forced to untangle this web of utter nonsense and finally determine what the damn card truly is. At which point, everyone else who already knew the answer burst out laughing. It's ridiculous, but it's also ridiculously enjoyable. Number 7. Drunk, Stoned, or Stupid. Drunk, Stoned, or Stupid is an adult card game similar to the voting game, as it's intended to help you determine which people in your group are most likely to be allergic to everything or spend all day obsessing over a text. The idea is that the game will test how well your friends know you and how you represent yourself to them by asking increasingly obscure and absurd questions about what you might do in the right circumstances. The scenarios range all the way from risking your life for a selfie to making out with absolutely anyone. Once the group decides on the person most associated with the card, that player receives the card, and the person with the fewest cards at the end of the game wins. Number 6. Exploding Kittens. There is no denying the seriousness of Exploding Kittens, which is advised for children ages 8 and up. But the idea is straightforward enough that younger children can also easily understand it. Families adore it because it requires little preparation and little time. The game is similar to Russian roulette in that players draw a card from a pile in the hopes of avoiding the exploding kitten card, which would knock them out. To keep things interesting, play cards like Defuse, Relocate, or Skip a turn to avoid this sudden death. The way you play this card game is simple. Take turns drawing the card, and the first person to draw an exploding kitten is out. The winner is the last survivor, the one person who managed to avoid encountering spontaneous feline combustion. Of course, there will be plenty of opportunities to push probability in your favor. Other cards in the deck allow you to check what cards are coming up, forcing other players to draw cards or even shuffle the deck entirely, so no one knows where the next exploding kitten will come from. Number 5. Relative Insanity. definitely one of the funniest adult card games you can buy today. Relative Insanity was actually designed by comedian Jeff Foxworthy and has been featured on several major TV shows like The Tonight Show and Rachel Ray Show. The premise of this card game is very similar to something like Cards Against Humanity. Players will be presented with a card with a blank space to fill in and then have to use their own cards to fill the blank. If you've already played Card Against Humanity and similar games, Relative Insanity might seem a bit samey. However, the excellent writing provided by Jeff Foxworthy and the huge number of cards contained in the base game, plus the option to invest in an expansion pack, really help to make Relative Insanity a fun time for all. Whether you play with family or friends, you'll have lots of laugh with this one. Number 4. Unstable Unicorns. Unstable Unicorns is a brilliant card game that asks people to compete against their friends in a magical experience. Designed by the people behind Tea Turtle, Unstable Unicorns invites players to build their own unicorn army and battle against their friends. You start with a baby unicorn in your stable and start building an army with special powers. As you play Unstable Unicorns, you'll receive other cards that prevent players in your group from laying down their cards, which makes the game hilariously frustrating. You might find yourself getting into a few playful arguments with your nearest and dearest. The standard game ends when there are no cards left on the table. If no one builds a full unicorn army, then no one wins. Number 3. That's What She Said game. You only have to look at the box and read the name of That's What She Said to get an idea of what sort of game you're getting into with this one. A very naughty game with a lot of outrageous phrases and ideas. The outrageous nature of the phrases and setups used in this game might actually be too much for some players, and it's certainly not the sort of game you'll want to play with your parents. However, the cards are well written and the huge number of cards give this game a lot of free play value. Players will definitely be laughing a lot during a typical round, so it's a fun option to enjoy at parties. Number 2. What Do You Meme? Though What Do You Meme is a game that fits into the fun card games for adults category, it's not nearly as offensive or raunchy as games like Cards Against Humanity. Instead, this game is all about having a good time with your internet meme knowledge. If you're always connected to the online world, then there's a good chance you're frequently sharing memes with your friends and colleagues. What Do You Meme asks you to compete with your friends to create the funniest memes using familiar pictures from the web. One player acts as a judge and places a photo card on an easel, while the rest of the players choose options to go alongside that photo. Like with Cards Against Humanity, the idea is to pick the caption that the judge will deem the funniest. This is a fantastic game that can be played with a large group of friends, although it's best to choose players who already know their memes. Number 1. Cards Against Humanity. Cards Against Humanity is one of the top names in the adult card games world. This game really launched the recent revolution of funny and often quite naughty adult card games, and the green box is actually an expansion to the original. This means you'll need the original Cards Against Humanity pack to enjoy the green box, but it's definitely worth the investment. For the uninitiated, Cards Against Humanity lets players make their own hilarious sentences with some of the most random words and phrases you could ever imagine. You'll get 245 white cards in total, plus 55 black ones. Perfect for both big-scale parties with plenty of players and smaller nights in with a few close friends. Cards Against Humanity is easily one of the most enjoyable adult card games of all, and the Cards Against Humanity Green Box expansion will have you rolling on the floor with laughter. When the evening draws in and there's a chill in the air, is the perfect time to pull out a deck of cards and settle in for the night. We hope you enjoy learning some of our favorite games. Whether you're a Green Visors and Whiskey's card shark or prefer a cup of tea and a quick hand of rummy before bed, the great thing about card games is that there's something for everyone. Whether you're looking for a relaxing family night where you and the kids can bond over some shared hijinks, or you're searching for something a little more mature, there's a game out there for you. However, getting the best card games for adults is quite challenging when you have plenty of models available on the market with a decent design and innovative features. All the products mentioned above are a perfect blend of versatility and innovation, providing the users the best-in-class experience. Choose wisely which products suits you the best and will fulfill all your requirements. Let us know in the comments which model works for you the best and why. Thank you for watching the video, and that is all for this one. If you find this video helpful in any way, give a huge thumbs up, stay tuned for the upcoming videos by subscribing to our channel. See you guys in the next one.